Hello students, welcome to Tobin Sharan team. So today we will be discussing the story of the movie Battleship Potemkin. The director of Battleship Potemkin is Sergei Eisenstein, and this movie is included in the syllabus for post graduation. That is why I thought it will be like a helping hand to the people, to the students who are going to study the movie, because to understand the movie a little bit difficult, and the video is for only for those who are doing the last minute preparation for the exam. Okay, so let's start the movie. So Battleship Potemkin is like, it's a big moving picture story. It's about a big boat called a battleship and the people on it. On the boat, there were sailors who weren't very happy because they didn't have enough food to eat. They wanted to be treated better, but the people in charge, who were called officers, didn't listen to them. This made the sailors very sad. One day, something really important happened. The sailors decided that the sailors decided they had enough of being treated poorly. They started to stand up for themselves and refused to eat the yucky food. This was like a big puzzle piece moving around. Then something even bigger happened. The sailors got really angry because the officers were being mean to them. They decided to do something really bold. They stood up and said no more. They showed their strength and unity, kind of like a group of friends playing together. Now imagine this: the sailors stopped working on the boat. They went up to the deck, which is like the boat's rooftop, and they raised a big flag. This flag was like a colorful piece of cloth with a special design. It was like when you draw a picture with crayons. When the officers saw the flag and how strong the sailors were together, they got really scared. They tried to stop the sailors, but the sailors didn't give up. Mm, they stood their ground like brave little warriors. The officers got scared that they ran away like little rabbits running from a loud noise. And guess what? The sailors had taken control of the boat. It was like they were playing a big game of make believe, and they won. People on land saw what the sailors did, and they got inspired too. They joined the sailors and supported them. Like when you and your friends play together and help each other. So the story of Battleship Potemkin is all about how when people work together and stand up for what is right, they can make big things happen. Just like in your favorite stories and games. The sailors showed that even if things are hard, being strong and kind can make a big difference, just like when you share your toys and make everyone happy. So, okay. After the sailors and the people on land worked together and took control of the battleship, something amazing happened. They decided to go to a place called Odisha, which is like a big colorful city by the sea. It was like they were going on an exciting adventure like the ones you go on when you explore new places. But when they got to Odisha, something sad and scary happened. The officers and soldiers who were still in charge didn't like that the sailors and the people on land were standing up for their rights. Okay, so they got really angry and started chasing them. Like when you play tag with your friends, the people in Odisha were just regular folks, like families with moms, dads, and little kids. When they saw the officers and soldiers being mean and hurting the sailors and the people who supported them, they got very scared and sad. It was like the bad guys in a fairy tale scaring everyone. Then, one of the most famous parts of the movie is when a big staircase scene happens. Imagine a lot of people trying to go down a really long set of stairs, but the officers and soldiers started shooting at them, and it became very chaotic and frightening, like a storm in the sky. Even though people were scared and hurt, they still didn't give up. They came together to help each other and stand strong, like a group of superheroes protecting their city. It was like when you and your friends work together to build a tall tower with your blocks. In the end, the story shows what the people stand up for what is right and support each other. They can make the world a better place. The sailors and the people of Odisha taught us that even in tough times, being brave and caring can make a big positive change, just like in the stories you love hearing. Battleship Potemkin is like a big adventure story with important lessons about friendship, courage, and helping others, just like how you are learning to be a good friend and a kind person every day. So the people of Odisha stood up against the officers and soldiers, and something incredible happened. The news of their brave actions spread to other places like ripples in a pond when you throw a pebble. People from different parts of the land heard about what was going on and felt inspired to join the cause. These new friends joined the sailors and the people of Odisha in their fight for fairness and kindness. It was like when you invite your friends over to play and have a big adventure together. Everyone worked together like a team of heroes in a storybook. The officers and soldiers who were being mean realized that they couldn't keep being unfair and hurting others. They saw that more and more people were standing up against them, and they started to feel like they were in the wrong. It was like when someone realizes they made a mistake and wants to make things right again. Gradually, things began to change. The officers and soldiers started to listen to the people's demands for fairness and started treating them with respect. It was like the puzzle pieces of the story were fitting together to create a happier ending. And you know what? The people's bravery and kindness made a big impact not just in their city but in many places around the world. People talked about what happened on the battleship and in Odisha, and they learned that when everyone works together, they can make the world a better and happier place. Battleship Potemkin is a story about standing up for what is right. Then, let's keep the story going. After the people and the sailors showed their bravery and stood up for what is right, something really wonderful happened. The leaders and officers who had been mean before started to see the power of kindness and togetherness. They realized that when people work together, amazing things can happen. It was like a light bulb turning on in their heads, just like when you learn something new and exciting. The leaders decided to make changes to make sure everyone was treated fairly and with respect. We started sharing food, toys, and good things with everyone, just like you share your snacks and toys with your friends. This made everyone in the land much happier, and it was like a big rainbow after a rainstorm. As time went on, Battleship Potemkin and the city of Odisha became symbols of how people can make a difference when they stand up for what is right. The story traveled so far the story traveled far and wide, inspiring others to be kind, brave, and strong, just like the characters in the story. And so, the story teaches us no matter how young or old we are, we can all do things to make a world a better place by being good friends, helping others, and standing up for what is right. Let's keep the story moving. Let's keep the story going. As the story of Battleship Potemkin spread far and wide, it reached many people all around the world. People everywhere were inspired by the courage and kindness of the sailors and the people of Odisha. Kids, grown up, and families talked about the story just like how we talk about our favorite stories and adventures. They learned that even when things are tough, working together and being kind can bring amazing changes. People started doing little things to help each other every day. They shared their snacks, helped their friends, and stood up for fairness just like the characters in the story did. It was like a chain reaction of kindness spreading from person to person, like laughter in the air. And you know what? Even though Battleship Potemkin is an old story, its message still matters today. It reminds us that we can all be heroes in our own way by doing good things. like saying kind words or helping someone when they need. So when you play with your friends, share your toys, show kindness, and you're continuing the spirit of brave sailors and the people of Odisha. As you grow up, you will find that being a good friend and standing up for what is right can make the world brighter and better place for everyone. Just like in the story, you can make a difference, one act of kindness at a time. And as you do, you are writing your own wonderful adventure, just like the hero of Battleship Potemkin did a long time ago. That's all the story. If you understood and if you find this video useful, please subscribe to the Vinchuran team.